How's everybody doing? Puppy Pot and Chill number 560. I was trying to do a live feed on Facebook using their Facebook a live feature, but I kept getting dropped. So in the end, I gave up, and I'm going to just make a video and I'll post it on YouTube and on Facebook and everywhere else. So, starting all the way over because, well, I have to. In Los Angeles, the man that shot the cop in the head may get off as the new DA wishes to drop the charges. This is a story from CNN. I looked it up, and by God, they were right. This new DA wants to drop the charges against the guy that went up and put a gun against the cop's head and squeezed the trigger. Why? I do not know. Get it up on the bed. You're going to chew on that noisy thing. I think I've gone over this, but 7 states have cast dueling votes. Electors say legislators' vote is fake. Legislators say the electors' vote is fake. That is why we will not know who is the presidential elect until the 6th of January. They can say whatever they want. It's probably going to be Biden. I don't like Biden. I don't want him in office, but I understand he's probably going to be in office. I'm not going to throw a fit and riot over it. But we won't know. It's probably going to be Biden, but we absolutely will not be certain until after January 6th, and 100% certain on January 20th for the inauguration. That's when it's all 100% settled down. Until then, it doesn't matter what mainstream media says or social media. We don't know who the president-elect is, period. Period. Bill Barr resigns. Why? Well, there's a lot of scuttlebutt saying that Bill Barr and Trump had a falling out because Barr wouldn't do what Trump wanted, blah, 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 blah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Occam's razor says, to me, this is what I think, that Bill Barr does not want to serve under Biden. I wouldn't either. And Bill Barr wants to spend Christmas and the holidays with his family, so he resigns now. That makes sense. Not this stupid shit that the left is selling us about some other scandal. I really doubt it. Dr. Jill Biden, Joe's wife, keeps running her mouth about shit she has no idea about. If this is how it's going to be for the next 4 years, Jesus Christ. We're going to have to listen to her run her fucking mouth thinking she's right about shit. For some reason, the trans in sports is coming around again as far as being in the news. And I'm going to lay it down like this. If you believe that a trans woman should be able to fight in like the UFC against a biological woman, then you believe a man should be able to beat the ever-living fuck out of a woman. Period. Because that's what's going on. When a man decides, I want to be a woman, and he transitions over to being a woman, he doesn't lose his bone density. He doesn't lose his muscle strength. None of that. He gets to take that with him. If you don't believe me, go look up the UFC fight where a transgender woman fights a biological woman. It's literally like watching a man beat the ever-living fuck out of a woman, because that is exactly what it is. I don't have a problem with trans people. I have a problem with them beating up fucking women. So if you believe that a trans woman should be allowed to fight a biological woman, you believe in spousal abuse, beating a man beating a woman whenever he wants. That's the kind of piece of shit you are. Turn page. Another autonomous zone was set up in Portland and leftists cheered on. Lots of people are wondering if and when the right will do the same thing. Well, they have. The little town here in Washington State where they are saying, we're not doing what Inslee says, our Governor Jay Inslee. We're not doing what he says. We're going to keep our businesses open. You wear a mask if you want, but it's not mandatory. We have autonomous zones too, but we're smarter about it. See, the Republican conservative right sets up a place where we don't listen to the rules of the politicians, not laws, rules, and we live quietly. We don't riot and burn our places down and destroy our own shit. We're a bit smarter than that. We'll let the liberal left Democrats, riot and burn down their own houses and destroy their city. That's what they want to do. Fine. Stay away from our quiet city where we do it a little bit smarter, please. Police have just about fucked themselves. Just when I'm trying to back the cops. I'm trying to stay behind them. But the cops in the big Democratic-run cities, making it near impossible. They're not even cops. They're oath busters. Okay? They go out and they don't protect the civilians. They uphold the rules, the draconian, unlawful, unconstitutional rules of the politicians, taking away your rights. They're oath breakers. They're no longer police. Because of those large Democratic-run cities where they're doing that, it's really hard for me to, stay behind police in the blue line. I want to, but I just don't see it happening. Well, I'm going to keep trying, but if they keep pushing, if the police keep doing what they're doing and making people lose their livelihood, lose their houses, kicking them out of houses, eventually the people are going to fight back and it'll get ugly. Fucking quick. If you cheat and win, you didn't win. There wasn't enough cheating to have changed the election, so the left is saying drop it. It doesn't matter. Even if there was cheating, there wasn't enough to change the election, so drop it. Well, if you're playing somebody cards and they're whipping your ass and you catch them cheating, and they say, hey, it doesn't matter, I was going to win anyway, do you go like, yeah, that's all right, yeah, that's right, that's fair? No, you get mad and you make sure that shit doesn't happen again. But the Democrats are saying, just drop it, leave it alone, do what you're told. Fuck you. My position is, he cheated, period, to get into office. There's corruption, fraud. He cheated to get into office. Now, like I said, I'm pretty sure he's going to get into office anyway because of the Electoral College. Fine. Let's fix the system. Let's have fair elections. Let's make sure this can't happen again. That's what I want. The left says the video evidence is fake and that there is no evidence. The right has all the video evidence and affidavits from people saying a bunch of shady shit happened. So it's literally mainstream media news and the liberal left saying there is no evidence when there is a ton of evidence, and the right trying to be like, look, man, we got evidence. Do something about it. But I don't think anything is going to happen. There's going to be more lying to people flat out, and the ignorant sheep of the left will do whatever they have to do to push their agenda along. Accept the lies, create more lies, scandal, cover-ups, whatever they got to do. They don't care about you. They only care about their own personal growth and power. If that means walking on you to get it, they'll do it. Let's take a coffee hit. Mmm. Coffee. Now, let's take a hit. I remember a time when I waved to almost everyone I passed on the road while I was driving. I remember a time when you left your cars and house doors unlocked, and you knew and talked to a neighbor almost every day. Those days are gone. One must adapt or perish. Society lowered the bar to save the beta male, and now we're stuck with it. Pete Buttigieg is being touted by politicians, the Democrats, and anybody else, that he's going to be the first open gay in the cabinet, making history. But it's a lie. He's not the first. Pete Buttigieg is not the first openly gay male in the cabinet position. The first openly gay male in a cabinet position was Rick Purnell under the Trump administration. But you'll never hear about it unless you dig. More lies. And people are going to believe it. And they're going to cheer on the liberal Democratic left because they're so woke. They got a new openly gay cabinet member, Pete Buttigieg. Unfortunately, he's not the first openly gay cabinet member. Like I said, Rick Purnell was under the Trump administration. This is what you're going to get. Lies, fake news. And if you don't dig, if you don't look, you're just going to have to believe what they tell you. And that means you don't know what's going on. Fauci and other professionals are saying we'll be in lockdown for another couple of years and masks may become a permanent fixture in society. And oh, by the way, cancel all the holidays, all the gatherings, no Christmas, no Hanukkah, no nothing. Nope, not unless you want to kill Nana, according to the Democrats now. Something that, Donald Trump and the Republicans and the right have been saying for the last, year. But now that, Biden's in office, it's very important now. Now. Wasn't before. Now it is. If you don't get this, if this doesn't make you go, they're lying to me and I'm upset, then you're a dumbass. Stop watching me. Yeah. We got a long road ahead of us, folks. There's a lot of things that have to happen, a lot of things that might happen, a lot of things that might not happen, and a lot of things that don't happen. I hope don't happen. Like, I hope there is no civil war. But we keep getting closer and closer to actually engaging in it because civilians are fighting civilians, civilians are fighting against the government, people are dying, people are getting injured. It's not a fake story. You can look up the videos. With all the lying and the swamp filling going on in DC right now, I mean, Biden is filling his cabinet full of corrupt CEOs, literally, and people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, what in the fuck does Pete Buttigieg know about transportation? He comes from a itty bitty town. He comes from an itty bitty town in a state where he couldn't even get the potholes in his own town fixed. But now he is transportation secretary? Fuck me. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But yet he's going to be in power, in charge of that shit. Along with some of the other appointments. Oh my God, I can't believe we may just have to wait and see how this all pans out. Because there have been beyond ignorant choices made to fill these positions. I mean, I knew it was going to be bad when Joe took over, but I didn't think he would start fucking. Oh, and remember how everybody gave Trump so much shit for firing everybody? Biden's not even in office, and he is firing everybody, replacing them with his own cabinet members, and nobody is saying a fucking thing. They're making rules, but it's rules for thee, not for me. They make rules, and you better follow them. You better shut the fuck up, sit down, do what you're told. This is what we're coming to, folks. We might actually have to make a decision. What are you going to do? Are you going to become a sheep and become one of the followers to the crony establishment? Or are you going to rebel a little bit and try to retain some of your freedom? Me, I'm rebelling a bit. As a matter of fact, if you try to take my freedom, I got a question. Are you willing to die to try to take my freedom? Because I'm willing to die to try to keep it. All right, let's take a hit. Peace. I love you fuckers. Ooh, hold on. One more coffee drink here. Always remember you got to be 21 in a state where it's legal to smoke marijuana. If you're not, just don't do it. Let's be smart stoners. If I say something that intrigues you, look it up. Do not depend on me for news. I skim a lot of the news. And I do my due diligence. I dig. I find the truth for what I believe is going on. I want you to do the same. If I said something that interests you, by all means, look it up. Find out what the truth is for yourself. What you think it is. Because that's all that matters. Is what you believe the truth to be. Peace. I love you fuckers. It's impossible to love everybody, so let's try not to hate. Let's do that. Me and Munch, we'll do this again. Do you want to come here, Munch? Say goodbye. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come here. Come on. Get up here. Munch, come here. Come on. Yeah, there you go, buddy. All right, we love you guys. Be safe. Have a good day. But most importantly, stay high, bitches.